All right, I'm here speaking with Rishi Sharma. Very nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you.
Rishi is doing a pretty incredible thing. He is traveling the country, literally living out of his car in order to interview World War II vets. So Rishi, why don't you tell me what you're doing and how you got started doing it, and most importantly, why you're doing it?
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission to interview 2 to 3 World War II combat veterans every day till the last one passes away.
Okay.
I've been driving around the United States on this mission. I'm doing it to get a better appreciation for how lucky my life is, how lucky I am to live in today's society. Because I'm able to wake up in a house that's not bombed out. I can go up to literally anyone and say whatever I want without any fear of repercussion.
Right.
I can dream of what I want to do, not just tomorrow, but 20 years from now, because I am able to live in a world where I'm confident that there's going to be a future 20 years down the road for me. I can dream of being president. And all these things were given to me because a bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-olds gave up their lives during World War II.
Right.
And I just want to, I feel as a civilian, it's our responsibility to really innately understand how bad war is, especially during the worst war in human history,
Right.
how bad they had it. Because 75 years later, we have it so good.
Right.
And it's because of their sacrifice.
How is it you got started doing this? Most 19-year-olds are too busy playing video games and chasing women and whatever else they do. How did you get started doing this?
Yeah, instead of chasing women, I chase old men. Honestly, I've always been interested in World War II, but I've always wanted to be a Marine, especially when I was a little kid. But when I thought of a Marine, I thought of an 18-year-old with nothing but the shirt on his back, a gun in his hand,
Right.
Fighting in the sands of Iwo Jima or in the jungles of Guadalcanal. As I got older, I realized the world's not as black and white as it once was, and I lost interest in the military aspect, but I never lost interest in the veterans.
Okay.
And I was just reading a book by Stephen Ambrose when I was about a sophomore in high school, and it was talking about some of the World War II veterans and their extraordinary feats at such a young age.
Right.
And I was enamored by this one particular veteran named Lyle Book, who was in charge of a platoon that ended up holding off over 500 Germans during the Battle of the Bulge. So that's 18 men against 500 Germans, and they contributed to the defeat of the Germans.
Okay.
And he was 21. He eventually got captured on his 21st birthday. And I was so shocked that this guy, this 21-year-old kid, could command an entire platoon and fight off 500 Germans.
Right.
And so I looked him up, I found out he was still alive, and I just gave him a call.
Okay.
And it was such an amazing thing to be able to talk to the man who I was reading about and to hear his opinion and his take.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself that, there's a line of people, who are enamored and trying to get towards trying to get in touch with the worthless Kardashians just based on the fact of what they wear. And here I am talking to someone who literally saved the world, and there's no gatekeepers or anything. And so I realized, wow, I can actually talk to the guys who saved the world from tyranny and oppression.
Right. So you can hear it right from their lips instead of reading a book.
Exactly. So I started riding my bike to the local senior homes, and then I interviewed all of them, all the World War II veterans there. Then I went to the next one and the next one. Eventually I was allowed to start using the family cars, and I started driving around the U.S. interviewing, and it's just been gradually gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
And it's just, I'm now at a point where I get to meet guys, who went through literally hell on earth.
Right. Now you live in California, and we're here in Pennsylvania, and you've traveled the whole country living out of your car, right?
Yeah.
How are you funded? Who pays the bills?
No, when CBS News did a news story back in December, lots of folks donated. There's a GoFundMe, but that's not even a worry. My biggest problem is that I'm not old enough to rent a car, so I can't fly anywhere. Which is the whole reason I raised the money, was to be able to get to veterans before they die.
Okay.
But I still can't fly anywhere because if I fly somewhere, I'm a sitting duck.
Right.
And so I still have to drive everywhere.
Right.
So that's only gas money.
Right.
It's not that.
Okay. And you are literally living out of your car.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's not bad.
All right.
A lot better than a foxhole.
I hear you. How many interviews have you done so far?
To date, I've just done over 425.
Okay.
But it's not good because 650 die every day.
Right.
So it's still really in the net negative. So it's a shame.
So you're going to keep going until there's no one left to interview?
Yeah, my goal is to keep interviewing as many World War II veterans as possible. On average, 2 to 3 a day.
Okay.
I want to keep that going as long
Okay.
Until there's no longer any left. But I really want other people to get off their butt, just like you guys, and start interviewing themselves.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need to be, professional camera or someone who's interviewed, X amount of veterans.
Right.
It needs to be anyone who has a phone.
Right.
People don't realize this is such a powerful technology. Within the next 4 years, all the World War II veterans are going to be dead.
Right.
If a Civil War veteran came up from the grave, all the world's media would be hounding him, begging for an interview, using the nicest equipment and the fanciest cameras.
Right.
And what boggles my mind is we have this opportunity with the World War II veterans. We shouldn't wait until there's only one of them left to really understand this immense sacrifice and the immense bloodshed that took place so that we could be here today. We should be celebrating their life and learning from them right now, because I guarantee the last one left is not going to be as amazing as the people who are still among us right now. So anyone can do it. All it takes is, someone to care a little bit and just walk into a senior home. They all have World War II veterans in them.
Right.
And instead of looking at them as a 93-year-old man or a 97-year-old, look at them as a walking history book.
Right.
Because you can ask them anything about the past 100 years, and you'll get a first-hand answer.
Right.
So it's just...
So that's great. Well, what's your website?
heroesofthesecondworldwar.org.
Heroesofthesecondworldwar.org. Okay, well, it's great to meet you, Rishi.
I appreciate
you
you
really
taking the
are an
time.
incredible young man, and what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. And I know from doing it ourselves that the veterans really appreciate it.
I hope so.
So it's really great. So good to meet you again.
I appreciate you guys
And
taking
one
the
more
time.
time on your website?
heroesofthesecondworldwar.org.
Heroesofthesecondworldwar.org. And that's Rishi Sharma.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Vote
Fantastic.
Sharma, get good karma.
All right. Well, thanks for just
I
talking.
really
to us.
appreciate you taking the time.